The opening text states that before the onset of mankind, other civilizations across the universe had attempted to journey into space. On the planet Samaras, a pilot named Mills is with his wife as they watch their daughter Nevine on the beach. Mills is set to embark on a 2-year mission with other passengers in the hope of finding a cure for an illness that Nevine is suffering from.
2-year.
I know how long.
Nevine is trying to whistle but is having trouble doing so Mills shows her his own technique.
Here, watch me. Watch me.
Sometime into the mission, Mills is commandeering his ship when he comes across an asteroid belt. The ship is hit with chunks of smaller asteroids, causing severe damage to the ship and sending it hurtling toward Earth.
Charter 3703! Our ship has been hit and is going down!
Mills crashes in the swamp, with all of the other passengers getting killed after being thrown from the ship. Mills sends out a distress call and begins to survey the environment, discovering that the air is breathable.
The atmosphere is breathable.
Message sent.
After sending his message, he tries to kill himself, but he doesn't. He goes back to his ship and notices that one of the passengers survived. Then he went out of the ship to look after the lone survivor. He finds the lone survivor, a young girl named Koa. As he carries her to safety, he spots a gigantic clawed footprint in the mud. More text appears, saying that 65 million years ago, a mysterious visitor arrived on Earth. The next morning, Mills continues to check out the environment when he is attacked by a raptor before he beats it to death. He sees the girl hiding and runs after her, convincing her to go back to the ship with him. Mills brings the girl to the ship to tend to her wound, learning that her name is Koa and that she does not speak English, save for a few words.
Your name must be Koa. It's okay.
Mills figures that the pods needed to get off the planet are stuck on a mountain, so he lies to Koa and tells her that they are going to find her family on the mountain.
On the top of the mountain.
Before they venture off, Koa watches video logs that Mills received from Nevine during his voyage. They are initially lighthearted, but she appeared to grow angry and distressed by her father's absence before the last video Koa sees is Nevine saying that she is very tired.
I'm so tired, Dad.
Mills turns the video off and they get moving. On their trek to the mountain, Koa sees a small dinosaur stuck in the mud. Mills reluctantly helps her pull the dino out, but moments later, a pack of predator dinos comes out and fatally mauls the little dinosaur, causing Koa to cry. Mills looks up to the sky and sees what looks like a bright object heading toward the planet. As they continue walking, Mills and Koa begin to slowly bond.
I'm just tired!
He starts to loosen up and act playful with her, and he even carries her on his back as they walk further, and he shows her how to whistle like he tried to teach Nevine. When it starts raining, they seek shelter in a cave. Mills sets up security monitors. Koa pulls out a video log from Nevine that she took, which Mills is upset about at first, but he then plays it, although he is too distraught to look at it. One of which goes off as Koa is sleeping when a parasitic creature goes into her mouth. Mills manages to kill the parasite and save Koa. Soon after, a gigantic predatory dinosaur appears and attempts to attack them. Mills shoots it in the face, but it attempts to enter the cave. Mills and Koa drop down a hole to get to safety. In the hole, Mills tries to find a way out. He then tries to dig out of the cave before using a small bomb to blow a hole through it. After blowing the cave, Mills hands Koa a few bombs, just in case she finds herself alone. They enter a narrow shaft to escape the cave. After a rockfall inside the narrow shaft separates them, Mills is trapped inside the cave, while Koa falls outside the cave system into the open jungle. She makes the whistling sound she learned to let Mills know she is fine. Koa finds a large dinosaur tooth lying in the jungle, which is also very sharp. She laces the tooth with a paste from the poison berries. Inside the cave, Mills tries to find a way out, but he is attacked by an oviraptor. He kills the oviraptor with his gun and escapes the cave. Outside the cave, Koa is attacked by a raptor-like creature she traps in a fallen tree log. She uses bombs Mills had given her to kill the dinosaur. After Mills gets out of the cave, he sees a bright object in the sky and uses his device to scan it. His computer tells him that it is an asteroid that is set to have a catastrophic impact on Earth in roughly 12 hours.
Proximity risk. Collision imminent.
He runs to the jungle to search Koa. He falls into quicksand. Slowly, he starts to drown, but he keeps calling out for Koa. Koa! She comes and manages to grab a long branch and pull him out before he sinks completely. He came out, hugged her, and said thank you.
Thank you.
He showed her the asteroid from the device he scanned early. He tells her the asteroid is coming here, and they run the whole day to the mountain.
It's coming here.
The two make it to the top of the mountain, but Koa becomes distraught when she finds the bodies of her parents dead in their cryopods. She gets angry with Mills for lying to her, but he calms her down after trying to explain that he went through the same thing since Nevine died months ago during the mission, and his last memory of her is her being angry with him for not being there for her. He apologizes to Koa and vows to get them out of there.
I'm sorry.
The two board the escape shuttle, but the asteroid's debris causes it to fall down the mountain. The ship falls further down the mountain and gets disabled. The shuttle cannot launch as it is in the wrong position and facing upside down. Two T-Rexes approach them and begin to attack. Mills goes outside the shuttle as he finds a gun lying on the ground, but the gun won't charge, and he has to hide inside the shell of his ship. Koa lures the T-Rexes away from Mills using a projection of Nevine from one of her videos. Mills uses the distraction to shoot down one of the T-Rex, but the other understands the ruse and attacks Koa. Mills charges his gun, shoots the T-Rex dead, and saves Koa. After killing the two T-Rexes, the same creature they injured earlier at the cave, which turns out to be an enormous quadrupedal theropod, also attacks.
Launch the ship!
Mills asks Koa to launch the ship, and he runs away. Mills manages to lure it toward a large geyser, while Koa stabs it in the eye with a large dinosaur tooth that she coated in poison berries earlier. The geyser then erupts and melts the cave dino's face off. Mills and Koa make it back to the operational ship in time, mere moments before the asteroid makes its impact and decimates the dinosaurs on Earth. The two exit Earth's atmosphere and head toward an unknown destination. The credits show Earth redeveloping over time until it reaches its modern civilization. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel and smash the bell button. Write in the comments section what kind of movie you would like to see next.